Do you know one of the most important and highly paid job in the world? It is sales and marketing. Even if suppose you have the best knowledge, best product and service, but if you don't know how to sell it, how to bring customer to your universe, then it is of no use. That's where selling and marketing principle plays very important role. So in this video, we are going to see what different selling and marketing principles are there. Please use this principle very diligently to pursue people to sell your ideas. At the same time, get to know about all these principles so that you should not fall trap to any sales and marketing gimmicks. So that is the power this selling and marketing principle has. Let's go more deeper side of these principles. These selling principles are also known as persuasion principle. So let's see why selling principles are so important. So selling is the most important skill to master your career and life. You need to sell yourself not only to your professional stakeholders, but even in your personal life. Suppose your daughter is there and you want to convince her to wake up early and follow the good habit. That is also selling, right? That is where the importance of selling comes into the picture. Selling is serving. So suppose people delay their decisions even if things are important to them. People delay their good habits even if those are important to them. And when you are master of selling, it's like you are serving the people in a right way. Please try to understand all these principles so that you can convince people to do right things. Selling helps customer to improve their life, otherwise they will delay their decisions, right? That's what we saw. So selling always help people to do the right things if you use selling principle in a right way. So the first principle is reciprocity. People feel obliged to return favor when someone helps them. Offering something of value can prompt a response or action in return. So people always oblige to support or return the favor when you help them. So here is one example of reciprocity. Download our free ebook and get a month's trial of our premium service. So when you download any brochure and when you go through it, so definitely you feel obliged to get back to that site and again purchase their product. And this is just one example, but in our real life also, when you help someone genuinely to solve their problem, people tend to return back to you whenever you are in a need. So they are more obliged to help you. So that is reciprocity. Coming to the next principle is commitment and consistency. If people commit to an idea or goal, they are more likely to honor that commitment. So there is very good example of this. Sign up for 30 days challenge and stick to your fitness goal. When you ask for the 30 days commitment in this example, people honor that commitment and probably they will stick to that agenda. While signing up these things for your children, you can ask them, if you do this for next 40 days, you will get this. So that way they will adhere to their commitment. So that is what commitment and consistency. Coming to the next principle, that is social proof. People will follow the actions of the majority, especially in uncertain situations. Take the example of testimonies. So when you give them that testimonies or online reviews, so that way people get the more trust, and when majority of people follow that trend, then it is a social pressure come on the other person and he end up following those people. So it's a hard mentality, but again, if you use it in better way by providing the right social proof, it is very impactful selling principle. Join thousands of satisfied customer and try our top rated product today. Or you can take the example of their testimonies in this case for better understanding and building the trust to your customer or anybody from your life. Coming to the next principle, which is authority. Authority is very powerful principle when it comes to the selling. People will follow credible and knowledgeable expert. Suppose when you start initially your career, or suppose you start your business, you don't have any authority, no credibility, right? So in that case, you can take the credibility of some other person, which is known as borrowed credibility. So borrowed credibility means you can take any good person and his name, or any great businessman and take his mentorship. So that way you can say that I'm a mentee of this particular person, I'm following this particular person. So that gives you certain credibility in the market when you are new. Our investment strategies are endorsed by leading financial advisors, and better to name those financial also in order to establish your authority and credibility and to build the trust among your stakeholders. Another selling principle is liking. People are more likely to be persuaded by people they like, and that's where we see so many ads being endorsed by celebrities. Meet our friendly team dedicated to helping you reach your deliverables goals. So when you give that credibility, someone who is friendly and having a proper knowledge of that field, which will help you to achieve certain goal, so that gives you liking for that person and you end up purchasing that idea. Coming to the next selling principle, which is scarcity. It is very powerful principle. Opportunity seems to be more valuable when they are less available. Whenever there is a scarcity, human minds more try to attract those scarcity products. So suppose there are 10 limited cars launched by some XYZ company. So everybody wants to have that one car so that they will have that status in the society. So that is what scarcity in this case. That just one thing, but only a few items left in stock. Buy now before they are gone. So this is the principle mostly you see in the advertisement or when you go for purchasing any product. So scarcity makes more longing for that item. Then coming to the next principle, loss aversion. Okay. People are more likely to take action to avoid a loss than to achieve gain. So there is very popular saying which is coined by me, fear of losing is more dangerous than joy of gaining. So that is this principle exactly. Don't miss out on saving. Book your early bird discount now. When you give that fear of losing, people tend to attract more towards that item and they will end up taking the action. Now coming to the next selling principle, which is anchoring. People often rely heavily on the first price of information they receive, the anchor, when making decisions. So it is something like you offer something at high price and suddenly you reduce the price of that item, and that's where we see 50% discount, 60% discount. This is exactly that anchoring principle. Original price at 500 rupees, expose that price initially, and when you go for the offer, reduce it drastically. This kind of anchoring principle we see often in selling online courses. DK principles. Again, it is very interesting. People change their preference between two options when presented with a third option. Let's see what is that with example. Very interesting. Offer 3 subscription level, basic, pro, premium, where the pro seems like the most cost effective choice. So if you go in the market, you will see lots of basic, gold, premium, this kind of categorization of same product, and that's where people end up purchasing the middle one. This is again decay effect. People will not go for the basic things. They go for a little bit higher, but not again premium. They will downgrade themselves. And that is the principle mostly used by marketeer, and they will produce more items related with pro, that middle entity. So coming to the next principle, which is again very interesting, the Bader-Meinhof phenomena. After noticing something for the first time, there is a tendency to notice it more often. So what is this actually? When you find something new, when you find any novel idea or intriguing idea, you try to notice it everywhere after watching it, right? So that's what happens. After seeing an ad for a product, the product seems to appear everywhere online. So when you see something new and if it attracts you, so you try to correlate and you see the things associated with again and again. That is what the Bader-Meinhof phenomena. Coming to next phenomena, that is urgency. Advertisers frequently promote products as limited availability, short time only, leveraging the fear of missing out. So that is what the urgency principle. Offer is available next 15 minutes only. So they create that time pressure as part of urgency and you end up purchasing that product. So urgency is another powerful principle widely used to sell product and services. Yes series, again it is very effective. So before selling your product or before selling your ideas, what you need to do as part of the yes series, ask series of questions which could be relevant or non-relevant with your product. That doesn't matter. Where answer is yes before getting yes for real selling. Okay, so there are common questions I listed down here, but you can prepare your own list where the answer of that question by default yes. Do you currently have a solution in place for specific problem your product or address? Are you satisfied with your current relevant product or service? Would you like to improve specific aspect your product enhances in your current setup? Have you considered any other products or solution similar to ours? What feature or benefit are you looking for a product or category? So these are some of the questions. Based on your context, you can prepare that question list. At least 8 to 10 questions should be there. The answer of those questions should be yes. And at the end, when you pitch your actual ideas, product or service, there are chances that you will get yes for that question also. Do you want to purchase this service? The probability of saying yes increases in that case. Now coming to the next selling principle, curiosity. People love exceptional and unique features to get more attracted. Novelty of idea generates sense of curiosity among people, break their old myths. So whenever you see new things, when I say novelty means new idea, new things, it is natural tendency of human mind, it gets attracted and that generates the curiosity. So first time in the history, our revolutionary smart device combines cutting edge technology with an intuitive design that adapts to your unique needs. This kind of things marketing people or selling people propose, where people get more curious to know about that product. Now coming to the next principle, that is attention. Pique interest of people by attention seeking tagline, message or start of your speech. Whenever you want to deliver your speech, your presentation, and if you come up with something which seeks the attention of people, that is amazing to start with. Why Katrina Kaif stopped using skincare products? So you can imagine what kind of impact this tagline will have. Definitely 90% of the men will go and seek that skincare product. Just kidding. So people loves relevant examples of ongoing topics, issue or news to get connected. So when I say relevance means in current scenario, what is going on, and if you pitch anything related with that scenario, matching with that relevance, the people will get easily connected because people are going through that situation, that news, and they can easily correlate with it, and you will manage to get their attention. IT organizations removing more employees. Are you learning AI/ML? Join our masterclass. You can imagine right now lots of firing is going on, and that's where AI/ML is progressing again. So very interesting message, right? It has lots of relevance in current context. Feedback, again, very important thing. Continuous improvement via feedback. You need to keep on asking feedback from your customer, your surrounding, the people, stakeholders, and you need to take them positively first place. Whatever kind of feedback it is, you need to take it positively and understand it, who is giving that feedback, and accordingly set your improvement criteria. Create problems, questions, document to get input from the customer. So survey, questionnaires, feedback about customer satisfaction. These are common tactics used for getting feedback and so that you can improve in your skill. Coming to the last principle, that is call to action. It is very important. Even if you do all above things, but you are not providing call to actions to your customer, it is of no use. So let's see what is call to action. It is a specific instruction or prompt given to the audience to encourage immediate action. So let's see some example here. Register now to get 20% discount. Buy now, it is limited offer. Sign up today. Subscribe for exclusive updates. Download your free guide. Get started. Learn more by taking action. So this is all about call to action which you provide to the customer to force them to take that immediate action. So this is all about selling principles, and these are all powerful things. I explain you theory. I try to give some example also. So when you are from technical background, I know it's very difficult for you to sell that idea, because when I say technical people, or there is a category which is known as individual genius, they are pretty much focused on their task, and that's where they lack that self-selling skills. But believe me, when you introduce self-selling principle along with your niche and micro niche skills, you can take your career to that better level. Otherwise, you will keep on struggling. You will feel that I do so much work, but still, why I'm not getting that credit, that necessary salary hike, that promotion? While other people, they are average, but still they manage to get that promotion, salary hike. And that's where your self-selling plays very important role. So please apply all this selling principle. So getting that theory is very important, but you can achieve mastery only via some practice. So form small group, connect with the right people whom you can share this learning, and you need to practice in actual life use cases to see the impact of all these principles. So all the best, improve your self-selling skills. So please see the attachment. It has a copywriting framework and go through it. It is just high level framework description, but you will get idea what kind of frameworks are there and how you can utilize it for developing your self-selling activities. So that's it, all about selling principle. Please put in the comment section what kind of self-selling principle you will apply in your real life. So I'm expecting all of them, but on priority, what 3 types of selling principle you can correlate instantly, put that in the comment section.